Welcome back! So this week was a bit of an odd one. It was a bit crazy around here. Our property in Cherry Creek, which hasn't sold yet, was put on evacuation order earlier this week due to the fire, one of the fires. So we were very busy trying to organize. We had a few important things left there, so
yeah, we had some farm equipment that we had to bring.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to leave it there.
Yeah, and family mementos and things like this. So
precious things.
Yeah, so we were busy organizing, making multiple trips back and forth to bring that home here.
Yeah.
So that was busy organizing that.
Had to drive probably several thousand kilometers.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was exhausting. Yeah, we probably about 6 hours sleep in about 3 days, something like that. But we're home now. We're happy to be home.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up a bit.
Yeah, our heart goes out to everyone who's been affected by the wildfires. It's crazy. I'm going past through some of the camps and some of the structures that burned. It's just so heartbreaking.
To all our friends and farmers and everybody out there. We're very, very grateful for the rain, for everybody's sake. It's been quite a blessing here. We've had a lot of it, so that's good. In the last 48 hours, though.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, and we found a home. Well, that was exciting. Yeah, amongst everything, we found a new home here. We've been living in a good neighbor gave us an old camperette for free. So we've been living in that for the last few months, and it's been great. It's been amazing because we don't spend any time inside anyway. We've been outside almost all the time, and the weather's been fabulous. So it's been fine. But I think we're ready now that the mornings we have very heavy, wet, cool dews here in the morning. So you wake up and you have you're damp and cold and. So it'll be really exciting to have a bit more space and something that we can live in and set up for the winter time, which is very important. And Rick, my brother, comes and helps and spends nights here. So now he has his own space, an actual bed instead of sleeping on the grass, which is exciting.
I mean, this place feels like home, but
does.
We do need a shelter.
I guess. That's more, we found a shelter.
And if ideal would, if you had lots of time, we would build something natural.
Yeah, it was a hard decision. We wanted a yurt. That's what we wanted to do. But anyway, that'll have to be in the future plans. For now, at least we have a warm, safe, dry place to live. So it'll get us through winter. It'll be amazing. So plant of the week. Streptopus amplexifolius, which is cucumber twisted stalk. We have a lot of it in here, especially amongst the deciduous trees, birch and aspen. So it grows fairly tall. I would say about a meter or so where we are.
Yeah.
And it has a few common names. Clasping twisted stalk. I think people call it like watermelon berry or something. Anyway, it looks similar to a few other like rosy twisted stalk or rosy. Another Streptopus. But with cucumber twisted stalk, the leaves wrap right around the stem. So they'll wrap right around and grasp the stem. So that's kind of how you would tell that one. And it also has these beautiful orange berries. I don't know. There we go. Orange berries. And they taste like watermelon cucumber crossed. They're really, really good. Yeah.
Very, very unexpected.
Right?
I mean, when you told me, I had no idea this was edible. Like a month ago, you were like, "These are edible." I was like, "What?" I've been walking by them. They have a little small seed, but
tiny, but it's very
fleshy,
soft flesh,
but
and moist. They pop in your mouth.
Nothing like the other berries that we've eaten.
Yeah, not bitter, nothing.
It's very mild flavor.
I think,
and it's kind of unexpected at first. You look at it, you're like, "Oh, that's probably poisonous, or it's probably very bitter or unpalatable," and then you eat it. And you got this really mild, it has a hint of like almond almost.
It's again cucumber, watermelon, and another
little subtle nutty flavor, but it's really like cucumber, watermelon is like a good way to describe it.
Another way to recognize them is
there's lots of it around here.
Their berries. I'm trying to find one with a berry. They have their berries at the end of their stalk like this, so they don't have them along. A rosy twisted stalk has berries along its stem, but this cucumber twisted stem or clasping twisted stem has them at the end. So that's another way to tell them. But again, in moderation. If you gorge on them, they do cause digestive upset, like diarrhea and things like that. So in moderation, which is something I have a hard time with. They were a favorite when I worked in forestry. They were really good.
Yeah.
So that was one. Yeah, one.
And then so I have been going for walks in the woods and looking for some medicinal mushrooms. So I found there's a lot of birch polypore here, beautiful. So we're gonna dry some of that and use it for tea, make like our own tea mix. Start slowly. I'm actually getting excited about winter. I know.
I want to hear it.
I actually really looking forward to like.
Rudy's excited for winter too, aren't you? You're excited for winter? Yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean we have a couple of months of really hard work to prep, but I'm really looking forward to just settling down, working on the plans and our design, and yeah, just getting things down a little bit on and have some time to calm down and relax and just really think and plan for the next year. So right now it's just going crazy because we have a lot of things on our to-do list, constantly like going from one thing to another. Just to get our basic, we need the food, shelter,
water.
The basic human needs, like it's food or shelter, water, and then community.
Yeah.
Those are the only thing. Everything else is unnecessary. You don't need anything else to be happy.
Well, you need the animals. I mean, that's pretty important. Well, but I guess that's community.
You include that in your community.
Animal community.
We have been talking a lot about our design approach and like being on the road so much. We listen to a lot of different podcasts.
Yeah.
We've been looking at different
past other farms too.
Yeah,
right?
Looking at other farms, talking to people. And we're still, we haven't found any framework or any general solution for our situation. And we, more and more it becomes clear for us to actually design our food system here. We have to take a unique approach for this place, and that's one of the reasons why we're spending time here before we jump into coming up with this grand design of this is how we're gonna put the orchard, and this is where everything is gonna be planted. It's more we have to spend some time, learn what's growing here, get to know all the different trees and different species, wildlife, and then see how we're affecting everything, right? So build a relationship with nature here, and then come up with our own unique design. That's why we don't put a general framework. Whenever people say come up permaculture or like some people people just want to market some solution, label a global solution, and then just like say if everybody just did this one thing, we'll solve all the world's problems. Well, I don't think it's that simple.
No, you have to work with your environment. Like you have to work with Mother Nature and listen to her and work. If you work with the land and what's already here, then you'll be much more successful and you'll feel better about it too. So that's why we're not rushing into anything, and just spend that year and listen and watch. And that's the most important thing, is observe. It's really important to being successful and happy and in tune. So you're not fighting constantly. Fighting plants, fighting insects, fighting this and that.
Yeah, Rumi has a good poem. He says, "Ger berizi bahr ra dar kuzei chand gunjad qismat yek ruzei," which basically means that if you take the ocean and then try to put it in a jug, how far do you think that's going to take you? And like all these frameworks, to me, they seem like this. They just, they see the vast ocean. They're like, oh yes, I know how to capture this. So I've got this great jug, fill it up, right? But it's, we are living. There's so much happening.
Oh yeah, and it's not static. It's dynamic. Yeah. So you have to work with it and adapt.
And we are really looking forward to learn. Again, we are going to continue digging more into history.
Yes.
Learn from people here. Yeah. So we appreciate all those people have been talking to us.
Yeah.
We appreciate all those connections.
Yes. Yeah. The more we know, the better. The more history, the more about the environment, the more everything. never an end to knowledge. So, yeah.
There's one more thing we have to taste test, but we don't have it with us right now. But I have Yellowhorn, so we'll do a taste test on that as well. Okay, here we are with one and only Chinese Yellowhorn fruit we have, Xanthoceras sorbifolium. So I got two Chinese Yellowhorn 3 years ago from Jediah from Elderberry Grove, and it's a pretty rare tree, and most people don't know about it. And I've never tried it before. So this is my very first time.
Yes, I've never tried it either. So
this is the first year it set fruit. So I had two. So they need to cross pollinate. I had two of them, and it is extremely drought tolerant plant, and it's relatively fast growing. It grows a bit shrubby. So the fruit has 3 sections, and this one was very dry. So I don't know what condition the seeds are gonna be. You can hear that. Okay, so we're gonna try to get to that. And let's see. Okay, we're gonna crack it. Oh, it has a lot more. Okay, so I was wrong.
That's why.
It has a lot more than 3 seeds.
3 compartments, but that's
Three
why
compartments, but more.
it shakes.
Yeah, I just assumed there would be 3 seeds in there. So I'm wrong. Amazing.
You're wrong. Oh.
You're like, it won't be the first time. Okay,
Now,
so
when do we
very
get to
neat.
eat
So I just empty
Is it soft?
2 other compartments, and then there's 1 compartment left.
Oh, it's just kind of dry on the inside. It's very thick walled.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you can eat
It's
the
like a dry-
seeds.
it's like
The
a
seeds
dry
might
lemon.
The seeds might be too hard to eat.
Think? Well, let
Yeah.
me try.
It's almost.
Let me eat it.
It almost feels
Oh,
like
wow. It has a whole other compartment.
Yeah, so I just opened
How
the
many
next
seeds?
compartment. 15.
Wow,
We got
15
15
seeds
seeds
in
from
one.
so 5, I guess 5 seeds per pot. What is really neat about Chinese Yellowhorn is that the flower and the leaves are also edible.
Yeah, that was it.
So yeah, I've
That's
tasted.
right.
I've cooked some of the leaves, but I
Yeah.
didn't touch the flowers because
We wanted
we
it to
wanted
fruit.
to set fruit. So
Yeah.
maybe if we have them later, we'll try the flower. So I thought there would be only 3,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna eat it.
15.
But because I want to taste it first. But
Yeah.
but now since we got 15, we're gonna take some of the ones that.
Oh.
Hold on, this is just a
I
rush.
just want to eat
We're gonna
it.
take some of them that look like they're not gonna germinate, and
Uh-huh.
then try to taste test with them.
'Kay.
So I'm gonna try to
So
germinate
give
the
me
rest
one
of them.
to eat.
So this one looks
'Kay.
like it's done, and then we'll see if we can actually get to it. I think it's pretty hard,
I think you need to smash it with a hammer.
or it might have to be cooked.
Oh yeah, I guess we should have read up about it.
Well,
I thought you could eat it raw. It's a nut.
I thought, but this may have sat on the tree for
Yeah.
too long.
It's rock hard.
So failed.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to cook some and then
Yeah.
see what it tastes like.
That's-
So it's next day, so we let the Chinese Yellowhorn seeds soak in water for a few hours, and then we cook them with the
about
corn.
20 minutes with
Yeah,
the corn.
20 minutes with the corn, and
Yeah.
then so they're a lot different than I imagined. So they have this really hard outer shell. So at first they kind of have the texture of a dried bean.
Yes.
But then when we cook them, I was expecting them to go soft, but they still have this hard outer shell. So we're gonna crack that, and then see if we can get the seed
You can
inside.
crack with your teeth.
Yeah. So you can kind of. It's not too hard.
No.
It's not like a hazelnut shell,
You
but
could
it's still
chew it.
it's still pretty hard. But it's not edible.
No,
like
it
that
doesn't have
part.
a flavor either.
The inside looks like hazelnut
Yeah.
seed, something like that. So we're gonna take that. Okay, let's try.
Okay. Mmm.
Interesting.
I'd say very similar to hazelnut flavor. A little sweet.
Mm.
And the outer husk is tough. Has an outer husk.
Mhm.
That's tough.
Very little seed. Maybe it was because this was really dry.
But- So
But-
texture's buttery. I would say texture's buttery. Kind of flavor is close to a hazelnut.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, and germinate the rest. Yay, it's a beautiful tree. I would love to grow some more. So. Whew. Well, we'll see what next week brings us, what adventures we have. But thank you everybody for watching another one of our videos.
And please leave a comment and let us know what things you want us to look into.
Yeah, and we'll try get back on our weekly schedule. Hopefully things will calm down for us a little bit. We can catch our breath.
Yes.
And yes, get back on our schedule. So look, yeah, hopefully next Sunday. Keep an eye out.
See you next time.
Bye.